Yo, what's up, Green Blood fans? This is Rafa from C Manga, and welcome to the third and final part of the Green Blood review. This is chapter 38, and it's called Stratagem. And this is when stuff starts to pick up really well. Stuff really gets tense, and you can see the plot is starting to become more action-packed again. First thing we see is one of the Cherokee men are still um, back at the fort. He's being interrogated, but he's not saying anything at all. And this is when we see Edward King is quite smart because he everything he does from now on was like a plan that was just basically a chain of events that leads up to what happens at the end. And he lets slip on purpose that 50 troops are moving to secure a supply line, and they've been ordered to guard them, and most likely the Indians will go after them. And this is when the Cherokee man hears it and he breaks free and gets away easily. And this is when I start to suspect this was too easy for him to get away, because Dodo starts to mention that it's up to Eagle now, and apparently this was all a plan, just as Edward King said. Um, the next part we see Brad and Luke. They're still arguing. It's quite funny, and Luke goes on to mention he knows Edward King is here in Montana, so that's one thing they definitely are aware of. And while they're thinking this now, Black Horse attempts to kill them, saying that all this meddling you white men have done, it's like, well, you're gonna pay for the tribesmen we lost. But what's his name? One Horn stops them, and he says that they saved him, even though Black Horse is in denial. He's like, do you really think just because they saved me, this is gonna change anything? But he says you need to forget about that for now and look and see something for yourself. And this is, as I said in the last chapter, when he realizes the the weight of the actions he carried out by trying to take on the fort of the U.S. Army. And he sees like the family of the 12 tribesmen that are dead, asking for where they are, especially some little girl who's asking for her dad. And he realizes the result of the Sioux, the Sioux prideful fighting, which is their ways of their clan. And it's like he reconciles and realizes that he's made a terrible mistake. But while they're mourning now, Crazy Bear, who's the Cherokee who escaped the camp, has arrived, and he informs them of what Edward King mentioned about the troops moving. And he's saying that this is a chance to attack them. They've let their guard down. We should do it. But Black Horse is obviously thinking about what happened. He's very indecisive now, and he's like, I don't think we should do this. But before he even has a chance to finish speaking to Crazy Bear, there's a scope sight zoomed in onto the horse he rode on, and as it zooms in really close, we see a bag of dynamite is attached to the horse, and I was like, oh crap, this is not going to end well. And yeah, the eagle shoots it and detonates it, and not only did it kill Crazy Bear, it killed most likely his wife and daughter, who I think he was still nearby when they embraced. And this is right in front of Black Horse. He's seen this, he's literally gone deranged, and he said there's nothing left for me now but hate. And it's really powerful panel. You can see that he has absolutely nothing else now but rather to just kill the men and the US Army that did this to them. So even though it wasn't the US Army, but still that's what he thinks. So the last bit now, we see Luke asking Black Horse what happened yesterday, but he attempts to take his gun, saying that he's going to use it to kill the ones holding the Gatling gun. He's going to use that and kill all the enemies that killed his people. But Brad disagrees with this, and he says on time, he's like, there's one thing, that white man is like, he's my prey. He's Edward King, no one's going to get between him and Brad. He wants him to himself. And that's where the chapter ends. So I think obviously Black Horse will most likely release them, most likely reluctantly, but he'll probably see them as very skilled, so they'll be assets useful to him. He'll most likely use them, and he'll probably realize that they're not that bad anyway. They're nothing like the white men he's known before, especially Luke, because you know how he's innocent and very got high morals. He'll most likely change his view and not think all white people are the same back then. So I can see they're going to be in some sort of alliance, whether it's friendship or not. They'll most likely be going together against, the U.S. Army and stuff like that. Seems like the chapters are coming out very soon, so the series will be coming to an end very soon, which is sad to see. But I'm wondering how many arcs will be left. I'm guessing there'll probably be 2, maybe 3 more. It seems like we kill off like 1 or 2 of the Crimson Gang, like every arc. So I'm guessing 2, 3 at the most left. I think would be enough, and then that would probably be the end of the series. So really looking forward to see how them 2 are going to take down Edward King and what the conclusion to the story. So yeah, that's all I can think about in these 3 chapters. The arc is just looking to be really good. I can't wait to see what's next, and yeah, really good story, tying in the historical elements again. So really good stuff. Artwork's brilliant, and yeah, what else can I say? So anyway, as usual, if you guys got any comments, opinions, and predictions about this, these past few chapters and what will happen next, leave them in the comments below. If you enjoyed the chapter, also as usual, leave a like, 'cause it helps us out, and subscribe for more content in the channel, and I'll speak to you guys next time.